Is Tantra just like sexual expression? Like, not even close. In fact, those practices where sexual practice is included in the practice looked nothing like the practices that people are doing today. But where is the similarity? There's too many differences to name. Where is the similarity? Like where is it that like nowadays we have an idea of Tantra and it applies? We're attracted to this concept. Like, what is Tantra? Tantra is many traditions, God-based traditions, goddess-based traditions, ones that you get liberated only at death, ones where you can get liberated in life, right? So Tantra essentially is this like turn where all of a sudden in India from about the 600s on, you have these ideas like the body is included, and mantra and chanting has this really powerful effect. And there are all these technologies that get developed that map the energy body. This body of energy is kind of like, if the body is included, then the anatomy of the divine has to be mapped on my body. This is where the chakras start to appear. They appear out of Tantra. And so what is Shakta Tantra? Shakta means, it comes from Shakti, which is a feminine word that means energy, something like energy, pulsation, empowerment, that which emanates out of the transcendent ground. How I call Tantra is a series of practices that teach us how to turn toward. I'm teaching Tantra. That's what I teach. I say I teach yoga. That's the easiest thing somebody like me can say because other people say it and we kind of know more or less what you're up to, even if we don't know what yoga is. If I were to go around and tell people what I really am is I teach Tantra, then people would get these ideas in their head, right? It would be the correct thing for me to say, but people would then be like, oh, well, and this has happened to me before. Well, I'm having trouble in my relationship. So like, could you recommend some sexual practices to me? And I'm like, I am not that kind of tantrika. Like, I don't know anything about these neo-tantras other than the fact that they are a countercultural movement. Like nowadays, we need tools to come back into our form. And there's so much shame around sexuality. There's such a history of suppression and repression there, and conditioning and patterns and roles, that looking at that and breaking that down is worthy. Like, it's good work, but it's not Tantra unless we're talking about neo-Tantra.
Mm-hmm.
So Tantra is simply notice what you notice. In my book, what I think. Notice
Mm-hmm.
what you notice, and then also notice the breath. Shakti as pulsation is breath, heartbeat, and the rippling into form of the divine. To me, Tantra is trauma work. Engaging with your activations, engaging with your patterns, sitting with a therapist, sitting with a friend, sitting with a medicine, sitting with a shaman, like engaging with, integrating with what's coming up. That to me, there's a school of Tantra that I love called Spanda. It's the school of pulsation.
Hmm.
The school of pulsation, where all of reality is pulsation. And what are we doing? We're engaging with the totality that is pulsation.